This isn't about motivation. It's about something much deeper, something real. This is an explainer on the core philosophy of a life that compounds. This is the doctrine of discipline. Let's begin.
We have to start with a fundamental truth, something we all know deep down. Motivation is just a feeling. It's an emotion. And, like any feeling, it's here one minute and gone the next. You simply cannot build an empire on a foundation that shifts with your mood. It is, by its very nature, unreliable.
Discipline, on the other hand, well, that's a different animal entirely. It's not a feeling. It's a choice. It's a system you build, and it shows up whether you feel like it or not. It's predictable, and because of that, it is the only foundation you can use to build something that will actually last.
Right now, stop scrolling. Your attention is your single most valuable asset, and the battle for your future, it's won or lost in these exact moments, and how you choose to spend it.
Okay, so let's really break this down. This common reliance we all have on emotion. We're taught to wait, right? Wait until we feel inspired or ready. This is the first and most critical point of failure.
Look, motivation isn't inherently a bad thing. It's just the wrong tool for the job. It's like trying to power a freight train with a firework. You get this brief, intense, spectacular burst of energy, and then, just as quickly, it's gone, followed by nothing.
Talent is actually pretty common. What's rare is the structure needed to apply that talent consistently over a long period of time. The world is absolutely full of talented people who are just waiting for motivation to strike. And guess what? They're still waiting. Failure is a disease of unstructured effort.
So, let's talk about the alternative. If motivation is that unreliable mood, then discipline is your predictable weapon. And this is how you build. You have to let this idea sink in. A weapon is a tool. You wield it with purpose. A weapon doesn't care how you feel. It only responds when you command it. Discipline is that instrument.
So, there are two paths in front of you. On one side, you have the poor mindset. It's passive, it waits for luck, it's always seeking that intense but fleeting feeling. On the other side, you have the builder's mindset. It's active, it's systematic, and it crafts real value through consistent daily action. The choice between these two, well, that defines your entire trajectory.
This is the crucial point. You have to remove emotion from the execution. Winners don't rely on how they feel. They rely on systems. The alarm clock goes off, the work block is scheduled, the task is non-negotiable. Feelings become irrelevant.
So, what is the purpose of this weapon, of this system of discipline? Well, it's not just about doing hard things for the sake of it. It is about forging unbreakable skill. This is where true, lasting value is actually created.
Just think about that process for a second. A blacksmith doesn't just tap a piece of steel once. He heats it, he hammers it, he shapes it over and over and over again. Every single strike is deliberate. This is exactly how you must build your skills.
And this is what you get as a result. A skill that is relentless in its application, precise in its execution, and ultimately unbreakable. Something immune to market shifts or bad luck.
Let's break it down into its raw components. The work itself is not glamorous. You'll find it in every single repetition. In every hour you decide to build instead of consume. It's in every single grind when motivation has completely abandoned you. That's where the forging happens. So many people mistake intensity for progress. They'll work for 18 hours straight one day and then do absolutely nothing for a week. That is not how wealth, whether it's financial, skillful, or in your character, is built. It is always the result of consistent, daily deposits of effort.
Now, to execute a system like this, it requires a very specific internal state. It requires a conscious, deliberate refusal of the default path that everyone else is on. This is the mindset of the builder.
Average is a choice. It's a silent agreement you make with yourself to stop pushing, to stop forging. The very first act of real discipline is to refuse this agreement. It's to decide right now that average is not your destination.
I want you to let this question really settle in. The world doesn't stop and wait for you to get in the right mood. Your competition, the person who wants the same opportunity, the same market share, the same life, they're out there forging their skills today. Your inaction is a gift that you're handing directly to them.
You see, transformation isn't some big event that happens in the future.
It's not a destination you arrive at. It's a process that happens today. Your entire future is just an accumulation of your todays. So it all hinges on the disciplined execution of your daily habits, starting right now.
And so, this brings us to the final outcome. All of it. The systems, the forging, the refusal of average, they aren't punishments. They are investments. And they all lead to this final principle, a life that compounds.
It might sound like a paradox, but it is the absolute truth. The person with no structure is a slave to their own whims, their moods, and the demands of everyone else. The disciplined person, through their structure, carves out the time and resources to build the life they actually choose. That is what true freedom is.
Think of each disciplined day as just a single drop of water. Alone, it seems insignificant, doesn't it? But repeated, day after day, those drops can carve through solid stone. This is the power of compounding in your life. Your small, consistent efforts are accumulating into an unstoppable force.
This has to be understood crystal clear. This entire philosophy is a complete rejection of the idea that there is some easier, faster way. The work is the way. There are no shortcuts on the path to building something real.
This isn't just a name. It is the process itself. It's the escape from the poverty of a mindset built on luck and mood to the richness of a life built on discipline, on structure, and on a future that compounds.